GEX-SMTN.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Network. Link 255 is what Torrin thought. Damn it, he got into my head. I'm your host, Spencer Presley, talking on episode 225. Joining me are two... Yeah, joining me are two... Are we still quoting Uncut Gems this early? This is how I win. This is how I win. Helping me buy off-market Furbies possibly made out of bedazzled jewels is my first co-host, Torrin.
Play Hades.
I'm hoping we could keep the Uncut Gem quotes going still, but okay. Joining me as someone who might know another quote from Uncut Gems is Duke.
No, I don't know.
How dare you? How did neither one of you guys want to do the like "Holy shit, I'm gonna come" line?
Yeah, I was saying, do you want me to do the "Holy shit, I'm gonna come"?
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like we'd save that for later, though.
Okay, everyone, forget you heard that. Also, pretend I edit the show. And then we'll drop it later. It'll be a banger. Don't worry. We'll drop it later. So, you might remember. It's been a week, guys. You all might remember the three of us getting together at the beginning of this year to start the SMTN Thunderdome Fantasy Game Critics League. And in which case we have our three companies we started. Duke, you started Image Pooch. I already forgot. Which was it?
Image
Pooch. I probably said that a little harder than I should have. I did SMT Industries, and Torrin opened up the world famous What a Gamer. And
What a gamer.
Basically, we're going to talk about this a little bit later in the show, talk about where we're at in terms of our current standings. Spoilers, Torrin is not doing well. But
fuck off.
Either way, we're going to be kind of catching in, seeing how our games are doing, talk about like where we're going there. But because this is the internet's #1 SMT and Persona-related podcast, I figured it would kind of be good if we talked about a little bit of what's going on. But because I want to push back the inevitable, I do want to do one bit of housekeeping really quick, just because I'm trying to not be the worst at marketing this show and all of its fun stuff. So yes, if you did not know, this Trainwreck on Fire is the weekly SMT and Persona-related podcast where I get together, talk with all of you, and if you would like to help keep this disaster going, this is all funded by Patreon, which somehow people have actually been donating to. So thank you very, 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 very much to all of the new patrons. We just hit, at least at the time of this recording, 11 supporters, and shout out to all of our executive producer tiers, who I'm definitely going to butcher. So we have Ratatoskix, who I definitely ruined their name, and we also have Solier, and Patrick, and Robert Dogman. So thank you for all of our $5 patrons who get these shout-outs. But yes, if you would like, you can support the channel, patreon.com/SMTN. I'm sure I'll say it a whole bunch at the end anyway. But I wanted to try saying it at the beginning. I'm going to be very honest with everyone. I feel very skeezy. I like saving it towards the end, like, oh, you've earned it. But I want you all like to give me your feedback, especially like you two right now. Did it feel weird me saying it at the end? I've done it at the end for like over 200 episodes. Doing it at the beginning felt weird. How did it sound?
The only thing that went through my mind was I remembered when I subscribed, and I think it just went to Mountain Dew purchases.
It did. It went to Mountain Dew purchases and flying Dylan's mail order bride over to the country. So now we have Devin. Guys, we're shaking those Skittles today, boys. We got a couple of good ideas rattling around.
No way.
We hitting wives over here?
No! Okay. So, hey, fellow co-hosts, how have you been since January? I know we were all talking during E3 and stuff, but Duke, for you in particular, what have you been up to? Also, I couldn't help but notice you're finally streaming games again. What's up with that?
Because ever since E3, I was like, I gotta finish SMT 1 and 2,
Now, what was it about E3 that actually made you want to finish those two?
Oh well, I was playing them before because I wanted to do like a big like marathon, and I started with Megami Tensei 1. Uh, but then when I got to 1, that game is fucking dog shit compared to Megami Tensei 1 and 2. And I
Really,
kind of gave
you
up.
would
But when
say
SMT 5
Megami
came out, I
Tensei
was
One
got
is
shown off. I was
better
like,
than
yeah, I
one
gotta do that.
SMT 1 and 2.
Wait, what?
So you would say Megami Tensei 1 and 2 are leagues above better than one SMT 1?
Okay, so it's like Megami Tensei 1 is like you can see, or at least the remakes. The Kyaku Megami Tensei.
Okay. That makes yeah,
So,
the SNES remix. Okay, I was thinking you meant like the Famicom ones. That's why I was a little confused.
no. Famicom ones look like ass, but the remakes are like the first game was like, okay, this is where you can see where S&T began. Like there's pitfalls, there's all this other bullshit, and it was fun. And then the second game, that's when you got like armor and you can change your stats on both characters and do all this other cool shit. And that was like amazing. I had so much fun playing that game. Then when I played S&T 1, there was just so much like why like, why is the game like this? Like you don't get item descriptions or like skill descriptions, so they don't tell you what it means. You just have to have knowledge based on if you played the other games before, you know.
By the
And
way,
because I'm
what
playing the translated
version
version, that one sucks ass too.
what version were you playing for SMT 1? The GBA one?
I'm playing the SNES one.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean they're all the GBA one of that. I mean the SNES is based like I would say the only real difference between them all is like because no one's fucking playing the
Audio.
no one's playing the multiplayer in the GBA one. So like I pretty much think of it as like it's the Super Nintendo version and then there's the PlayStation one. Like those are kind of like my big like distinct. Oh, actually no. Also the my personal favorite, which I
Mobile?
only forget. No, not mobile. I fucking hate the mobile one. I only hate it because it's off the market anymore. It's not like that bad of a port. No, the Sega CD version. I love the Sega CD version of one.
Ah.
Just for the soundtrack though. I know it has a lot of issues.
Yeah,
So
the game is just so bad. Like
I don't know if I would say bad. I mean, obviously to each their own. I feel like it's aged a lot more than
I
ironically.
wouldn't say bad. Yeah, I wouldn't say bad, but it's just like I'm not having as much fun as I did with Megami Tensei 1 and 2. Like, cause every step I take, it's like encounter, and it's like Jesus fucking Christ. You don't get any like Estoma until Dark Hero comes, but then he fucking leaves after you get it. So then it's just like, all right, back to fighting shit.
So not to get into spoilers, where are you at with one, and how close are you to starting two? Because I wonder how much of that's going to be alleviated.
I say I'm probably get like. I'd say like 2 more streams, 2 more like 5-hour streams. I'll be done because I'm at the point where before Law Hero is about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't take me that long to get there. I say the most of my time spent is me just trying to like navigate through all the places to go.
Okay.
Which surprisingly I always find my way because I always forget to use the map because like unlike Megami Tensei 1 and 2, the map you have to go through your menu to get to your map to look at it. You can't just like press the L button.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The map is there. See what sucks is like, and I think you now that you've like messed around with a couple of the earlier ones too, there is a great game in SMT1 if you just take bits and bobs of each version. Like if you kind of made a Frankenstein version of SMT1, there's a really great game there, except just no one's like given anyone the ability to make it. Like I hope one day they eventually just say, fuck it, here's the anniversary jerk-off edition where we had M2 make it, and you can pick the graphics you want, pick the soundtrack you want, it's auto map feature, we balanced it and we added descriptions, and it's not easy, but it is more convenient.
When I think about it, Megami Tensei 1 didn't have descriptions either, but at least the translation, the people who translated, you knew what you were getting. Because like in SMT 1, the translation I'm doing is Aeon Genesis, or was like Orden or something.
Wasn't Aeon Genesis also the same person who did the iOS translation?
Yeah, he's done about every single SMT translation. I think he's done all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's him, but then someone else came and like fixed some of the stuff. But there's still like weird things like through the whole game. Like I just now got revival beads because I didn't know what they were called in this one. They're called gold pills, and it's like I didn't know.
Dummy, were you looking for sensu beans? Of course they're gold pills.
I'm just like I'm looking for revival beads and stuff or something that implies being revived, but there's nothing in the game. And then I finally just find a gold pill, and I'm like, oh, what does this do? So I used it, and it's like, okay, bought like 10 of those.
So
And I also like this game compared to Megami Tensei 2 and 1. Those games, if you had money, you were set for that entire game.
Mhm.
You could do not interrogations, but like, fuck, what is it called? It's not interrogation. I'm thinking Persona 5.
negotiation.
Yeah, negotiations. You could do that. You
They're
can
basically
buy
the same thing.
armor and weapons, while in SMT2, you go to shops. Shops usually have the same items and shit. And like you'll buy something, and then you'll get to that character that needs it, and they already have it, and it's like fucking shit. Like money is useless in this game. Like there's no reason to have it other than reviving your people, but it doesn't even cost that much.
Dude, I'm a really bad friend, and I actually always forget. What is your name on Twitch, just so we can plug it? And I have a Twitch question for you afterwards.
It's the same Duke Black.
Okay,
Underscore.
that's what I thought. Oh, nope, forgot the underscore because I am an idiot. So, Twitch question, because I'm actually decided to finally stop being terrible and start using my Twitch account. So, for you, how long have you been messing around with it? Like doing Twitch streaming, whether it be like dedicated or not.
Fuck. So I think I didn't really start streaming on Twitch until.
Also, are you sure it's Duke_Black?
No, it's Duke Black underscore.
Oh,
Underscore's at the end.
damn it.
So it's supposed to be like your type.
There is a Duke_Black, but that person has like no info.
Yeah.
So, okay.
There's a bunch of Duke Blacks. There was one on there. I was like, give me your fucking name, and they never answered me. It's like you don't even use it. But I didn't start streaming on Twitch until like, I mean, before I would stream a lot, because I remember the first time I ever played Criminal Girls 2, I streamed on Twitch, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I didn't start doing it until like 2018 when I think I was playing. Yeah, the first game was Metroid Prime 2 that I streamed. I streamed the whole entire game, and I was like,
The goal for this episode is we're gonna get you to at least 25 followers on Twitch by the end of the week after this is posted. You have an embarrassingly low amount of followers because I feel like you probably have way more effort into your streams than I do, and I can't have that. Homies gotta help homies. That is unacceptable.
But then that's what happened. Like I stopped streaming, and then people just left. So
Really? I figured like once you press that follow button, it's got to take a lot. Like I've got to be really annoyed to unfollow someone.
yeah, I don't know. I just remember seeing it like going down because I was at 90? Then it went down to 80.
Oh, dude, that's almost worse. I thought you like nuked it. That's worse that like that many people left it. I'm sorry. That really sucks.
There were some people I blocked because I was just like I don't talk to them anymore. But after that, it just went down, and I was like, oh, I don't stream anymore, so whatever.
Damn. Well, you're at 11 now, homie, because I finally am using Twitch, so I gave you the sweet follow. But no, that'll be our goal to like do that. I'll you know what I should do, because I feel like you stream like really late at night, don't you?
No, I try to stream whenever I can. I don't do it night because that's when people are here, and I'm usually loud. But it really
okay.
Depends. It really depends on like it, because like when I'm playing SMT, I'm streaming for like 5 to 7 hours.
So then my question for you is, because I don't want to like invest money or like really like I don't want to be like, oh, I'm a Twitch streamer now. But it is one of those things of summer's a lot slower. There's not going to be a lot of big games kind of coming out that like I'm going to need to like actually review. So I want to kind of get into just streaming like grab bag stuff a lot. So like that's why I've done like Final Fantasy, Ninja Gaiden, Returnal and shit like that. So like would you have recommendations for like in terms of like others, because like I watch a lot of stuff on Twitch, but all the stuff I watch on Twitch are people who just do talking. Like I don't actually like watch people play stuff on Twitch. I mostly just listen to people talk.
Yeah, and that's mostly what people do. Like most people who frequent Twitch, like they have like 1,000 hours on Twitch. They don't usually watch people play games. They usually just come there to listen to that person that's playing the game, while the game is just like background noise.
I will say it only like didn't work very well with Returnal. Returnal is great for like, okay, watching, pretty good, going on. As soon as I'm in an encounter in Returnal, it's immediately just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Okay, hold on, I can't look at anything.
That's a game you should play with like Mary, so she can kind of be like your your co-pilot and like relaying stuff to people.
You're right.
Like,
I should play Genshin Impact tonight on Twitch. That's a great idea.
Hey man, get Marie. If she's like that into it, she can.
She is really into it, but like I need to catch up, because I feel like anytime I could co-op with people now, like they're just gonna carry me and it won't be fun, you know?
Unless they just watch you get your ass kicked.
Exactly. Although that's its own fun thing. So Torrin, you've been hilariously quiet for a super long time. How much do you actually use Twitch at all, Torrin?
Very little. I have it installed, and every now and then I'll watch somebody. Like,
have you ever
my cousin
streamed
or
yourself?
something. No.
I feel like with the amount of garbage Warzone matches we used to play, I'm surprised we never like tried streaming.
No, I've never. It's not my forte. You know.
Because you be saying the hard R. That's why.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
I would like for everybody to know that it took so long to get to me. I just started playing Slay the Spire.
that's, you know what, acceptable. That's an acceptable game. At least you didn't pick some weird thing. You're like, oh, I just started playing like Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm like, that's not even like a slight to the game. That's like, I could imagine you doing a podcast and playing Slay the Spire, but like a visual novel. I'd be like, okay, I gotta ask you some questions, sir.
Yeah, of course. At least with this, I can tune out and play the game.
Isn't Slay still on Game Pass?
If it's on Game Pass, I didn't see it. I just bought it on the Steam sale because it's just one of those games I've been interested in.
Money bags over here.
Money
fuck!
bags.
Just reminded me. I gotta get that.
Slay the Spire?
No, there's a SRPG like maker on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make Spencer Megami 3.
Yeah.
Well, we got to do 2 first. I'm making.
No.
That's the whole joke.
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Skipping 2.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was doing a podcast last week with Jordan, and he had a YouTube update video kind of talking about that he was going to be on the podcast. He unintentionally called Shin Megami Tensei Network, and I forgot to tell him this. I thought it was fucking hilarious. In his video, he described me as Spencer from Spencer Megami Tensei. That's what I like. Instead of calling it SMTN, imagine if I was so egotistical I called SMTN Spencer Megami Tensei.
That's fucking hilarious.
I physically would like die from self cringe if I did that. Like that
Yeah.
the only way I like allow it to exist is because A, I didn't start that trend, and B, I had nothing to do with that game. Because like that whole thing, imagine how tainted it would be like if I made a game called Spencer Megami Tensei.
It would just be you jacking yourself off for an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that would be a really meta game to stream. I would stream myself playing Spencer Megami Tensei for sure.
Yeah, you should. It's a fun game.
Great soundtrack, by the way. That's like one of the funny things. Like I never I tell people enough for it, but I really, really did appreciate the soundtrack of that way more than I thought I would. But Torrin, to mix it up a little bit and actually get us into the show, what have you been playing that's not Slay the Spire, and will it soon be A Plague Tale: Innocence now on Xbox Series X?
No. Besides critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV, I've been trying to go through the entire Yakuza series, one by one.
Casually going through like these the 100-hour journey.
Yeah, no, fuck all that 100% completeness bullshit. Because it's like, okay, we gotta play Mahjong for 9 hours. Are you gonna win? No, I'm not gonna fucking play Mahjong. What am I, crazy? I'm up to 4 now. I'm on Yakuza 4 now. So
are you doing these all on PlayStation or Xbox?
I had Kiwami through 6 on PlayStation. I have 0 and Like a Dragon on Xbox.
I like that you said
0 only because it was on Game Pass.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, hey, now Like a Dragon's also on Game Pass, so.
Very true. But I bought that before it happened. So.
Yo, dude, what a like. I mean, I know everyone jerks off Game Pass all the time, but like just thinking of RPGs in general, Dragon Quest XI and Yakuza 7 are both like 2 of like the best recent RPGs in current knowledge, and those are just free on PC and Xbox. Like what?
Those are just free.
Free baby.
Just free.
Free baby. Free 99. I'm trying to think. There was something I was gonna actually ask you about it, but have either one of you guys felt like the games you picked on Fantasy Critic, like, did anyone like pick a game for their league that might not have been something they actually would have played out of curiosity?
I need to actually look at it to care, but
Dang.
probably.
Dang.
I'd say no.
I have one, and that's only because I thought it was going to be a slam dunk, and it was definitely not a slam dunk. Mario Golf, I definitely thought would have at least got.
Mario Golf.
I definitely thought would have been in the 8s. I cannot believe how meh it reviewed, but that's just kind of like how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately.
I think mine might be Forza, honestly.
You're gonna love Forza, dude. Forza's great.
I am not a big driving car fan, I guess you would call
really?
it that. Yeah. So believe it or not, wow, the loser in his house who plays video games all day.
The guy,
Not a big car person.
the guy whose car may or may not just actually be the stereotypical.
Jeez. Did I tell you about what happened with my car recently?
I hope the answer is it started making that noise.
I got it stuck in the mud the other day.
I mean, I know it's been raining a lot, but that seems a little extreme.
It's a whole thing where the road work really fucked me over, and I didn't realize that it had moved back. And when I did a U-turn and to go into like Google to see to get to fucking work, mind you, I pulled over a little too far, and I just got stuck in the mud.
So, speaking of being stuck in the mud, because I don't know how to segue out of that, Duke, I have a weird question about image pooch. I recently met someone through, like, talking to a friend on their stream, and apparently I did not know this. Did you know that there is apparently a, not large, because if there was large that wouldn't be very interesting, a weirdly dedicated fan base to the old Atlas published and Sega published in Japan Stella Glow?
Yeah, that game is fucking fire.
I had no idea that people were that into...
That was Image Pooch's... Oh, sorry.
No. I was really like, because I owned that game. I bought that day one just because it was like, oh, fuck it, I guess it's an Atlas game. I got money and God forbid I fucking save it. I didn't even know that was like the Criminal Girls team.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say about it, though, in terms of, like, the game's actually what?
It was just that it was their swan song. That was the last game that they worked on.
How crazy!
They went out.
How crazy is that? And so, like, the funny thing about it is, like, I was talking to people because I know that there was actually an initiative to get that game on PC. But then everything kind of fell apart. And what's really funny about it is, like, when I mentioned this, like, offhand, thinking no one would fucking care, this, like, dude whose name I feel really bad I'm totally forgetting, but, like, he was like, oh, there's a whole Stella Glow, like, Discord, got a bunch of Japanese and, like, Western fans, we're trying to get it, like, re-released or get a sequel made to it, and it's, like, one of those things, like, man, I would love nothing more than a random-ass game like Stella Glow to make a comeback, but, like, I feel like it's just so in that middle ground of, like, it's not universally loved, and it's not niche enough to be popular, that it's just going to kind of die on the 3DS.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like the way they could do it is if Sega somehow was like, hey, let's mix this together with Tokyo Mirage Sessions 2 or some shit like that.
No. The only way they bring it back is it is a PC AO exclusive. It's Stella Girls. It is a Stella Glow Criminal Girls crossover.
That'd be cool if they didn't already fuck up Criminal Girls.
Well, they're still trying, right? Aren't they? Like, they're still trying to, like, make something happen with it, or are they totally given up?
Nah, that shit is it's gone.
Okay. I recently learned I had a mobile game. I somehow missed the Criminal Girls mobile game.
Yeah, that was their comeback. Image Pooch came back as Mikage LLC.
And then went bankrupt
LLC.
again.
Yeah, and their first game that they're going to work on was Criminal Girls X, a mobile game that completely changed what Criminal Girls was and turned it into like a rail shooter.
Gross.
And it's really bad. And then they try to do like the whole like gotcha type thing to it, and it's just like...
Don't you love it when game franchises have mobile versions and they're just really shitty on-rail things?
Yeah.
Looking at you, Sonic Runners.
Oh, I thought you were actually going to do a Nier diss. Looking at you, Nier mobile game that just came out. Excited to
That
ignore
one
you.
looks good though.
That one actually looks good. Right?
Looks good, but it is still
I'm not
gacha. It's still gacha, though.
Fuck Temple Run, but it's Sonic, alright, dude? Fuck all that.
You know what? I at least respect, like, the Sonic Rush thing in the sense of, like, it's a mobile run or whatever, but, like, they know what that is. Like, that's a way to be fun that's, like, not, like, I can play it for 5 minutes, put it down, and it's inoffensive. I find gacha offensive on some levels.
Tell Mary that.
No, yeah, that is true. She is currently playing a gacha game, so I guess that doesn't work. But, no, so yeah, shoutouts to Stella Glow and the 5 people who remember it. Before we get into this, though, Torrin, I want you to, no jokes at all, seriously try your best without looking it up. Describe to the audience what is Criminal Girls.
Oh, fuck. I have no idea.
The gun is in your head. You've gotta say something.
Okay. These girls are probably criminals, right?
What do we do? What do we do with criminals?
Girl.
What do we do with them?
We make them do our dirty work.
There you go. What do we do with dirty girls?
Now they work for the government to do evil, bad things.
What do we do with dirty girls?
Is it a porn game?
It's a porn game. There we go, baby. Also, they are they are all very underage. Very underage looking.
Yeah. In the first one there was like 2, and then the second one they're like, hey, let's tone this down a bit, and then.
Shout out to number 2 though. Still Vita exclusive. Well, because you know what's funny? I actually forgot what that was from for a while. But yeah, do you remember there was the trend of like, can you snort a condom through your nose and pull it out through your mouth? I forgot that was a thing.
It sounds painful.
This episode's going places, guys. If you couldn't tell, not a lot of actual news going on right now.
Yeah, it really is. Unless you want your daily demon of the day.
You know what? Shout out at least to a couple things. One, the demons still looking great. The demons are actually looking great. Number 2, my theory of demon animations literally just being copy-pasted from P5 in some cases, 1,010% true. Like, there's no way you can look at Mothman moving in SMT5 and go, yep, new animations just for... No, dude, it's literally the same animation they had from P5 in Mothman, which is fine. Like, I don't mind that, but I thought it was funny, like, because, like, when I suggested that Mothman is just a copy-pasted... Sorry, when some demon animations would be copy-pasted over, like, people got really offended. Like, no, they're remaking every demon and it's handcrafted. Like, no, they're not.
This isn't like Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like,
it is 100% like
at the very least, they're doing a better job of, like, copy-pasting over stuff in terms of, like, they're bringing over a shit ton. Like, there's no, like, Dex controversy. There's no Megaton Dex controversy, thank fucking God.
Yeah. And I think that's also because it's, like, we also never seen demons just kind of walking around before.
Yeah, and, like, I will say it is equally jarring as it is fucking hilarious. But since we do have at least 2 pieces of news, I would like to ask... what you guys want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about Game Informer getting exclusive coverage in the form of translated screenshots from Famitsu, or do you guys want to talk about sales numbers?
Let's talk about Game Informer first.
I've not heard about the Game Informer thing, and that's surprising me more.
Do you want to lead off on this then? Because it doesn't involve a lot of context.
Okay. Go off, champ.
You got it, Duke. Tell us about the former.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, I said, do you want to lead off about it? Okay, all right, I'll be the host.
I think you're the only person
I'll be the host.
Wait, what?
All right, so Game Informer, I wouldn't even say hyped up because they definitely did the bare minimum in terms of letting people know about this. When SMT5 got announced at E3, they had a little tweet go out saying, hey, we've got exclusive coverage every month leading up to the November release. And we waited. And we waited. And I recorded a 3.5-hour podcast. And I still waited on Sunday. Because God knows why you would release this on Sunday. Game Informer finally dropped their
That's nice art.
preview. And their preview is literally just screenshots from Famitsu that are just the English build. So...
Fantastic.
It's not like a bad thing. Like, obviously, having like over 20 new screenshots in English is nice for comparison's sake. I think this is like the bare minimum of like compare like this to like the Famitsu like deep dive 5-page interview coverage, and then America is just like cool. Here's a translated version. Which, like, hey, it's nice to have official translations for screenshots this early. We're not used to seeing English footage, like, this far away in advance, which is, it's nice to see that. I think that this is, like, the exclusive big Western the big Western media scoop is, like, this is not going to sell fucking anyone on this. Like, no one's going to look at these, like, screenshots and go, like, oh my god, dude, did you see that, it's called Jack Bufala? I've got to play this now.
Oh my god.
So
Not Jack Bufala.
So it's like,
Why did they go with that name?
I mean, it works for it, but it's just one of those things of like Game Informer. I think announcing this with a tweet, I totally get it why you weren't hyping it up more. It just kind of sucks.
They're just doing the laziest amount of work possible. Basically.
Yeah, so like, but like, what's so funny is because like I know they're only doing this because the Atlas is just giving them this. But my thing is like, I wonder, do you think Game Informer came to Atlas, or do you think Atlas just gave this to all the media, and the only one who actually gave a shit about it was Game Informer? Because think about it, even if like unless something like this came to me. If you're a media outlet, why do you give a shit about this? These are just screenshots for a game that are already out there in Japanese.
Yeah. Which were probably already translated by the time the Game Informer one came out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, again, official translations are cool, but like, in an age where modern video game websites are struggling to get attention, I think this is the softest of exclusives. Like, there's nothing really cool about this. This was not something that was shared for days. Like, the biggest thing that came out of this was people dunking on it for a while, of just going, LOL, Atlas named the protagonist, what was it, first name Atlas, last name Sega. Like, that was literally fucking it.
That's pretty funny, though.
So, that's the Game Informer thing. I'm glad I did not have to record an extra blurb about a couple of fucking screenshots, but at the very least, I am trying to get people from Game Informer who worked on it on the show, just because I'd like to talk to them about that, because I bet, like, if you're working on this, like, that's gotta be really frustrating. Like, at least, like, for me, because, like, I would love any form of, like, media coverage from this in the West, because I feel like this is just going to be one of those games, like, I feel like, unfortunately, and I hope this makes sense, I feel like this is going to be like Xenoblade 2. Like, unless you were a fan of Xenoblade 2, no one in the West was trying to sell you on Xenoblade 2. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, because people
As
were
not a
trying
fan
to
of Xenoblade 2, no, I don't know what you mean.
Well, like, in the sense of, like, Xenoblade 2 wasn't, like, a make-or-break Switch exclusive, even though it was out in the first year, came out in December. I think it was one of those things of, like, it sold steadily, much like how SMT5 is definitely going to, like, sell well over 1 million in its first month. But I think for the most part, like, Nintendo YouTubers and games media, if you're not a fan of this game series already, like, there's nothing that games media coverage is going to do to change that for the majority of people out there.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Update on my Slay the Spire. I lost to the boss.
Dang, time to uninstall. You're like playing permadeath rules, so now you have to start playing River City Girls.
I just gotta destroy the entire game.
Yeah, play River City Girls for the rest of the stream now.
Oh man, River City Girls is so good though.
Also on Game Pass.
Also on Game Pass.
There you go.
Not sponsored, sadly.
Not sponsored. Also, I think you're the only one here with an actual Xbox.
Very true.
I will say, I will probably get an Xbox this holiday. I think it might just be for Halo and Game Pass.
Coming back to Xbox, baby.
I mean, I can't really say I came back to it when I literally own. Let me look over here. I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I own 6 Xbox One games, and 2 of them were Forza.
Wasn't one of them? Fuck, what's that? God damn it, what's the name of that game?
Here, let's wrap it in. We can judge my Xbox One collection. We have Dead Rising 3. We have Forza Horizon 2.
Bad.
Forza Horizon 3.
Good.
Hey, Dead Rising 3 better than Dead Rising 2 and 4.
I'll give you that.
There you go.
I'll give you that.
Killer Instinct, but that doesn't like super duper count, but Killer Instinct. Metal Gear Solid.
Pretty good, but
Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, because remember, Duke, do you remember how Xbox and PlayStation had the exclusive missions at launch, and that was the only way to play the Jamais Vu mission?
Yes, I do.
This
I'm not even a fucking Metal Gear fan.
this shows how how much into the Xbox trying to justify my $500 purchase back then. I bought Titanfall day one.
Fair. Titanfall's a good game.
Titanfall's a good game, but Titanfall 1 definitely was not worth that full price. That was like buying a demo.
Considering it didn't even have a story mode, and the story mode it did have was like, hey, you're just gonna do a game, but we'll call it a story mode.
Ooh, you know what? Shout out to that 360 version. It looks like absolute Vaseline is covering the screen, but the fact that that runs on 360 is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Rare Replay, and then finishing it off with the big
Good.
homie, Sunset Overdrive and Quantum Break. Both games heavily underrated.
Quantum Break is the game. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of right now. You know what sucks about Quantum Break? Not like that it's bad or anything. I bought that game and then my brother sold it like a couple weeks afterwards, so I never got far into it.
It's really good. Like, I know it's not like Remedy's best, but like, it's got Lance Reddick, dude. Lance Reddick fucks. Just play it for Lance Reddick. Also, it's got the guy. What's his name? Is it Sean Ashmore or whatever? The guy who played Iceman in X-Men.
No, I have no idea.
Either way, it's got Iceman in it, so you can say this guy is pretty cool, and then the Seinfeld laugh track will start playing.
Did you ever watch The Boys?
You know what? I started it. I liked what I saw, but we kind of like forgot, and my Amazon thing wrapped up. I was like, I'm sure we'd love this, but I just never really sat down and committed to it. And I've had nothing to tempt me back to Amazon. But now that they're bringing the Eva movies there, I'm like, oh, cool.
Rebuild, yeah.
Yeah. Now I can watch Boys 1 and 2. I don't know if there's anything else I'd actually want to watch though.
Episodes.
Wait, Lance Reddick or Sean Ashmore?
No, the other guy, Sean Ashton.
Really?
Who is he?
He's the flame guy.
Oh.
They made Iceman the flame guy. I gotta look at
I
this.
believe
That's
they
funny.
make a joke based on that, but you know, I have to watch it again. But
I
he's
was
really
right.
funny.
I was right. His name is Sean Ashmore, and I'll do The Boys. That's funny. I would not have guessed that. Season 2, baby. We got a lamplighter.
Did Mary like The Boys?
She was intrigued by it. I think she was definitely taken aback about how violent it was.
Gruesome it was? Yeah. Because you say we watched it, and I was like, Mary watched The Boys? That's like not a Mary show.
Well, I didn't expect Mary to laugh at my gifts or shit,
There you go.
but she does.
She's a homie. She's a homie, all right.
That's crazy.
All right, so, oh man, like the one with the possibly light up butt plug. That one got a good reaction, let me tell you.
I'm sorry.
That was a good one.
Wait, which one?
So our last bit of news story is going to be very nerdy focused. I don't know how much we're going to talk about this because spoilers, Persona games sell. But but basically quarterly, yearly summary reports from Atlas Japan came out. Persona as a series has sold over 15 million units. I don't think that's outsold GEX yet. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. GEX.
Did you say GEX?
Yeah, GEX, because I think GEX has sold like 17 million copies. Let's see. How many copies has GEX sold? Oh, they are now tied. GEX has now sold as many copies as Persona. I'll put that out. I'll put that out there today. I'm sure that'll get.
Everybody go buy a copy of Persona 5. Is it just normal Persona 5 or is it Royal?
No. This is just all copies of Persona as a series. Which also.
Right. Everybody go buy every copy of Persona from your local GameStop. Gotta be new though.
Can we just say though, a little sad that GEX, a series with like 3 games, sold 15 million, and Persona, a series with like over 30 games, just got to 15 million.
I mean, like half of them are bad, so.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Not to call you out.
You're invoking a lot.
Right now, name me 3 bad games with no explanation. Just whatever the first comes off to your head. It doesn't have to be like top worst.
Night.
Dead Island 4.
Dancing in Starlight. Or Starry Night, whatever it's fucking called.
Oh. Dancing in Starlight.
I'm gonna count those
Arena.
as one. I'm gonna count those as one. I don't think you can count.
Arena.
Arena's rough, and in a lot of ways, Arena's rough. I'll give you that. Okay, but give me one more, just because just doing 2 dancing games for one doesn't count. That's like the fucking 21, not the 21 Jump Street. That's like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine joke. If that was on me, that's too easy.
What?
So Arena I get, dancing I get. What else?
Fucking Q is bad too. Fuck
No,
that game.
that's a bad opinion. We're moving on.
No, Q is dog shit.
Good soundtrack,
Q is pretty mid tier. I will admit.
Good soundtrack though. Hey,
Did I tell you I recently
everything
else
about
got,
it good. The story and gameplay,
ported?
I got the 4 working on Citra.
Wait, which 4? Oh, SMT4?
SMT4 working on Citra the other day.
I don't know, dude. Like, blown up 3DS games just kind of look like hogwash to me.
It looks fine. I'm not really like depressed about it, you know. I get to play 4 again.
I have a special edition SMT4 3DS for a reason, and it only plays that and the Japanese demo of Hyrule Warriors. That's all I can let it do.
Damn.
So, series is sold GEX numbers. That's the episode number. Well, this will be Shin Megami Tensei. What is it? SMTN Link 225. Persona is
versus Gex.
No, we can't do versus Gex. Persona is as good as Gex now. That's what it'll be called. The episode title will be Persona is as good as X.
I like that.
So the big numbers to really know about. I'm kind of surprised people were like acting like this was a big deal. So I'm gonna tell you all the numbers and tell me if you all have opinions or thoughts on this. By the way, note the lack of SMT 3 discussion. A, because the fiscal year ended before SMT was out in the West. Also, because that game sold really, really, really bad in English, and they're not going to be bragging about those numbers anytime soon. Although, thankfully for them, it sold really well in Asia, so I think that kind of made any negatives for it. But you'll note that I feel like for the most part, Nocturne HD was kind of just the opposite of Golden on Steam. Golden on Steam was like, oh my god, it's finally here! Everyone, I'm gifting my grandma a copy! Everyone play Golden!
I did gift a friend Golden.
Yeah, Nocturne was like, I don't know, dude, it's fucking $50, if you want to, but just wait for a sale. Don't buy it at launch. It's one of the best games. It's one of the best Atlas games I've ever made. It's a great piece of history, but just don't buy it at launch. I don't know. Because of the lukewarm nature with it and the fact that it came out in one of the worst months to release something like that, I just think people don't know how bad that sold. To the point where I want to make a video on it, but I also at least there's defenders of something like 13 Sentinels. When I say 13 Sentinels sold like shit in the West, people get mad. If I say Nocturne HD sold like shit, people would be like, yeah, no duh.
Holy shit, I've not thought about 13 Sentinels until this very moment.
It is a very good game, but not great. Very good game, not great. I don't appreciate how much people talk about that game like the second coming of adventure games or Christ, which kind of sucks that I have to say that because I fucking love Vanillaware. Vanillaware is an amazing team, but that is probably their second to worst game they've made, which is not even a bad thing. Because Duke, you've played 13 Sentinels, right?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, because they've literally they're games that they're known for. This is on the tier of Grim Grimoire. I love Grim Grimoire, although I know Grim Grimoire has a ton of problems. But, I would rather play Odin Sphere, Dragon's Crown, or Muramasa 10 Ways from Sunday over 13 Sentinels. And that's coming from someone who reviewed it in, a 45-minute long-ass review. I think I have, one of the longest reviews on YouTube of this fucking game. And I've done a spoiler cast, and I fucking platinumed the game. I played the shit out of it. I really liked it. But it's just, it's just such a... I don't know, maybe I feel like I have to correct it, is why I feel like I come across so negative with 13 Sentinels. Because, if you see people talk about it, I feel like the only thing you ever hear people say is, it's a masterpiece, it's beautiful, it's a 10 out of 10 game, can't do wrong. You know what I mean? Whereas, just cool the jets. Guys, if it was actually that good, it probably wouldn't have one of the lowest print runs in Atlas West history and still not able to sell out at $30 for the last 6 months.
It was $30.
It's been $30 a long time.
Oh no.
Yeah, people,
no.
like, the funny part about it is, like, yeah, they ran out of, like, day one editions, but, like, they still, like, everything they're selling is still from, like, that initial big print run. Like, there's not been, like, a big, like, kind of comeback, like, Nier, of, like, oh, we've got to reprint Nier now, guys. Nier's pretty popular. No. Like, that's not going to happen with 13 Sentinels, at least not for a long time. Well, sad news aside, yes, bad sales numbers aside, Persona 5 Royal. So Persona 5 Royal went from 1.4 last July to 1.8. I think that's, like, whatever. Like, yes, 400,000 copies worldwide is great, but, like, I feel like I see Royal on sale for, like, 20 to 30 bucks everywhere, and I bet it's even cheaper in Japan. So it's like, yeah, you're making money, but I don't know. Like, I don't look at Royal's numbers like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, the fact that it broke 1 million, I think, was to be expected. But, like, OG Persona 5 is at what? Like, 3 million? I don't know if it ever broke 4.
Persona 5 itself is a PlayStation bestseller, so I mean.
Well, yeah, but so is fucking whatever, like fucking Earth Defense Force is on the bestsellers.
Like $20 like every time.
Yeah, P5 is over 3.5 million right now, vanilla P5 between PS3 and PS4, and so it's one of those things of, like, I at least expected the sales to be a little closer to 2, not after almost 2 years. So it's like one of those weird ones of, like, I mean, like, the amount of money they put into that game, like, they're raking in the cash hand over fist, so, like, whatever. But I wonder, like, who's buying Royal is my question, you know? Because it's like, yeah, people talk about Persona 5 all the time, but, like, I can't think of someone I know who would want Persona 5 who just hasn't played it.
Yeah, that's mostly who I ever see going on about that. Like, if someone who hasn't played it would be like, oh, which one do I play? Vanilla or Royal? And
it's always going to be Royal. Doesn't matter.
Interesting question. We wake up tomorrow, Persona 5 Royal is on Switch. From now to the end of the year, do you think it sells under or over 1 million copies? Do you think it could sell 1 million copies on Switch only in half a year?
Probably, because then there's those losers who are just like, just bring it to Switch already, dude. It's gonna run fucking perfect.
Yeah, but dude, those fucking people, like,
they didn't the hype.
They didn't come for Nocturne. They didn't come for Catherine. They didn't fucking, like, there's a lot of Switch ports that, like, just kind of sit on store shelves. Like, yeah, we begged for the port, but we didn't really, like, buy it in droves.
You didn't. It didn't matter anyways.
It's like PC people. They'll be like, let's get it, and then it comes out. Doesn't sell that much.
Well, speaking of the opposite of that, Persona 4 Golden on PC finally reached over 1 million copies, and
yeah,
that one I'm not surprised. I think it's like people need to, like, realize they were really smart with that one in an interesting way of, like, it's $20. It is the perfect fuck it, I'll buy it price. They added nothing in the most part. I know they did, like, some under the hood stuff, the difficulty, and added JP voicing, but, like, it's such a conflict-free price. I think they couldn't have launched it any more perfectly. How do you guys feel about it selling
PC
1 million?
People can mod it anyways, so it's not really a problem anyways. Yeah.
But, like,
I say that was, like, the best. I don't know why. Like, when that was announced, or when it actually just, like, dropped out of nowhere, didn't it leak or something?
It leaked like a month
everything
beforehand.
leaks. Everything leaks.
I mean, like, the release date. Like, I remember it, like, came out before it was officially announced on, like, a...
Oh, yeah. The Steam page came out. Actual release.
Yeah. I just remember everyone just being crazy about it, and I feel like that... I don't know, like, if I compare it to, like, Nocturne, it's weird how Golden just kind of just exploded, basically.
Well, yeah, it's like
I got it, and my friend got it, and, like...
You think, like, judging on how well Golden did, you think they would have, like, pulled their head out of their ass with Nocturne and been like, okay, we gotta sell this cheap. Like, price is a big reason. Like, it's not like 1 million people would have bought this game if it launched at 60, you know?
Oh, I doubt anybody would.
Mm-hmm.
I severely doubt.
So, Golden, great job. Wake me up when you've outsold the Vita version, which I'm sure will happen eventually. But I do find it funny that like people don't talk about the Vita version of P4G being literally. I don't like have hard numbers for it, but like I think I've been told by people at Sony it's in. I know it's in the top 5, but it might even be in the top 3, like best-selling Vita games in the entire system's history.
I mean, that's the only reason to get a Vita, to be honest.
Oh, hey man, number 1.
Yeah, that was literally my reason.
Number 1 is Minecraft. It's got a pretty solid Minecraft port. Just saying.
Yeah, you're the only Vita person here. I hate to be the one to break it.
Dang. Duke,
kind of
I was gonna say, Duke. I feel like Duke, resident uppers criminal girl lover. You kind of gotta be a Vita lover to like those games.
I mean, like that was
literally
like how I started my channel and shit was on Vita games. Like I don't know, like when the Vita came out, because that was like the first. No, the 3DS was my first. But I remember when the Vita came out, I just dropped the 3DS altogether and was just playing like PSP Vita games all the time. If there was a new one that came out, I got it. That was like the first system that I started importing games on too.
So
Vita was ahead of its time, man.
Torrin, if you want proof as to we're all actually Vita people here, at least your Vita isn't broken. I'm just saying. If you really weren't a Vita person, you probably would have broken your Vita by now. It is still working.
Yeah.
It is still working. It's just dead.
So, last little bit of info. I'm not sure if people are like too surprised about, but hey, I always want to toot this game's horn. Persona 5 Strikers / Scramble is now over 1.3 million copies sold, and that's it's just like it feels good. It's obviously not the best-selling like Koei Tecmo game or not even like Omega Force game, but I love how well this is sold so fast. Like the fact that it is almost outsold Royal is insane. Like in terms of, because remember when those two games were announced, like you were weird if you were excited about the Koei Tecmo one. Like because I was very much in the minority of like, oh, I'm in, let's go, and now looking at how the tables have turned, because like for me, it's like yeah, like I think Strikers is 1,000% the better game of the two, even though I know that is not the popular opinion at all. I love that in terms of sales, it's really, really done well. The one thing I don't get is people always look at Striker selling really well and are like, oh yeah, dude, see, that's why you put it on the Switch. I'm like, who are these people? Like, obviously, I know a lot. Like, listen, I bought the Switch version, but like, I do not ever see people like showing off the Switch version. Like the Switch version existing is like how I look at World of Final Fantasy on Xbox. Yeah, it exists, but like show me people actively playing it, you know?
I forget that World of Final Fantasy is a game.
Great game, great soundtrack.
Still haven't played it.
Really, really good game. It's on everything, man. It's a great fucking game. But yeah, so no guff to the Switch players. Like it's great, it's on there, multi-platform, everything all the way. I just don't really like the people who are kind of in the Nintendo camp of like puffing out their chest like, oh, see, because you brought it to Switch, it sold over 1.3 million copies. I'm like, bro, I like know on pretty good authority that the PC version has already almost sold as many copies as the worldwide Switch version. And like the PC version of Strikers isn't like that popular. I think also a lot of like people don't realize how much PlayStation fans of 5 kind of just want to stick to one system, you know? Everyone has played the game long enough. We are now at the Fantasy Critic League update. So, in case you were curious, here's the current standings. SMT Industries, which I am in charge of, currently has these games in docket, and if they have points, I will say their score. Resident Evil Village is at an 84. Persona 5 Strikers, 83. By the way, Duke, how does that make you feel that the overall internet consensus is that Village is only 1 point better than Strikers? That is an unbelievable quote I've just said.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just different games, man, different people.
That's true. Neo Collection, 87. That was definitely a cheat. Horizon Forbidden West, question mark. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, 88 is my highest. It was higher before, but a couple of reviews have come out later. This one really hurt. Oddworld Soulstorm, 71. with a measly 1 fucking point. Bit me in the ass big time. Ghostwire Tokyo, Far Cry 6, Digimon Survive? Question mark? I don't know. Mario Golf with a 73, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which I'm kind of surprised. No, that didn't get review codes, so like that game kind of came in hot. So I'm sure it'll get reviewed probably next week or something, because that just came out. Metroid Dread.
One of those talks that made me cry a little bit.
You know.
So yeah, next in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I cannot believe I got fucked on this one. I might get fucked twice. I hope I don't. This is what I get for doubting Square Enix on both of my counter picks. Bravely Default 2, I lost 8 points to because it was 78. Who had Bravely Default 2? That was you,
I
Duke.
did.
Okay.
That was Duke.
Enjoy those 8 points you stole from me. And then next up, one I'm not confident about, but I definitely want to talk about when we're done. I counterpicked the Neo The World Ends With You because I do not think that game is going to review well. And after playing the demo, I still do not think that. So I'm at 59 points. Duke, do you have it pulled up and want to talk about what you have in your current game standings?
I don't have as many games as you guys have because I didn't know we were adding
Not yet.
more games.
Not yet. That's why we do the check-in. If we just did the results, like if we did the initial bets and the ending, it would be like, oh, I forgot, and then I have like 10 points.
But yeah, I had Monster Hunter Rise, which was 88 Critic and 18 points.
Destroyed.
And
Absolutely
then,
destroyed. You don't need to say the points just because the rule basically is anything over 70, it's a point after that. So you got 18 points for this. So yeah, the only ones to really explain the points is if counterpoints. Although I think I'm the only one who got screwed in that a little bit. Oh no, Torrin got a little screwed later, but I'll leave that as a surprise. So yes, keep going, please.
And then the next one was the Nier remake, which got an 83. No big surprise.
I kind of thought it'd be a little higher. I thought at least that would be like 85. You know?
Yeah, it could have been 85, but there's still things wrong with the game.
That's true.
Since it's like there's still like just kind of like stupid shit that shouldn't have been in the game to begin with, but it's still fine.
Can we give a shout out to the fact that you finally have fucking points for your next game, which I thought would not give you anything.
Yeah, that's the one I'm really surprised at was Honey Pop 2 getting actual review, getting the reviews, and it got 73, which is surprising. I thought it would be like way lower than that. But hey. And then the other one is Deltarune. I'm gonna keep that on there, even though I don't think it's gonna come out this year. Who knows?
Ooh.
You know.
Here's a good question for both of you. I don't think anyone has Silk Song on their list, do they? Okay.
No.
Does
No.
anyone think that either Deltarune... Well, okay, because you kind of answered about Deltarune, but like, what's more likely to release first? Deltarune or Silk Song?
Cuphead DLC.
Oh, no. That's a low blow. You're not wrong, but that's a low blow.
I don't know. I'd say Deltarune.
I think I'm the same, and that's only just because I know nothing about Team Cherry. Like, I know I would love Hollow Knight, but I've never played it, and all I know is everything everyone said about it online.
Like, I say Deltarune because we don't know where it is. At least, as far as I know. I haven't really been...
Toby Fox updated a couple months back and was basically like... Because remember, he hired people to help him work on it. So, like, I feel like that could be like a late fall... Like, because remember, like, he just dropped Deltarune one random Halloween. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he just does it the same.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like, he's just unexpected, you know.
Next up.
And after that was Disguise 6, and surprisingly did the same as Honey Pop 2, which is sad, but I kind of foresaw that because a lot of Disguise fans are fucking assholes. That's
like tied for really good episode title. Disgaea 6, the same as Honey Pop 2.
Yeah, that'd be like one of the episodes of the game.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like I thought it was gonna do better because it looked better, but you know, Disgaea fans, They're just like, it's not the same as
Disgaea
this
fans
one.
hate Disgaea.
I'll say
Yeah.
this at least: the Western version definitely is a little more hindered though, because the Switch version has technical problems, but because
Yeah.
Nintendo paid for it to be exclusive on the West, I think that's why you're seeing high reviews in Japan, more than the fact because they have that PS4 version which runs at 4K 60, whereas this one struggles to run 720. But I will say, how happy are you that you grabbed fucking It Takes Two with that score?
I'm really happy. I knew that was gonna do good. Like the moment I saw that, I was like, it's gonna do good. There's no way that this game is gonna be dick.
But yeah, man, 88 for It Takes Two, kind of crazy. But your next one actually makes me more surprised. I'll let you pick up from there.
And then the next one is new Pokemon Snap. Now, at first I thought it was gonna do good because it's a Pokemon game. You know, like,
And it's Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap's
even
very
if it's a dog
nostalgic.
shit game, it's gonna do good. But it didn't do as good as I thought it would, which is surprising. You know, well, it's not surprising, but it's like once I saw the game and like how much of it's kind of just like dumbed down, like compared to the old one, it's kind of just like eh. You know, like I was like, okay, this score kind of makes sense with 80 points or 80, yeah, an 80 score.
It's kind of like it's like Nintendo bad. And not even Nintendo bad, because I would say like Mario Golf is Nintendo bad. Of like, oh man, they got 70. That's pretty bad for Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think 80 is bad for like Pokemon in the sense of like, it's like when you saw like people be critical of a Zelda game, an 8 would seem low for a Zelda game, and similarly with like mainline Mario or Zelda.
Yeah, but I guess this is also good because it's like this is a Pokemon game that wasn't made by Game Freak or Nintendo entirely.
To be fair, the last few ones weren't really that well received.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they still did good because.
Are you up for?
Yeah, they still did.
Are you up for a side bet between the three of us? Will new Pokemon Snap review higher or lower than the Diamond and Pearl remake?
Than Diamond and Pearl. Oh.
No.
I think it'll review lower. It's got what, an 80? I think Diamond and Pearl will. I think it's gonna do well.
I think people are going to look. Yeah, people are going to look at those chibi models and say, "Nah, dude, this is a 95. This is a 95 ass game."
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 90, because like Diamond and Pearl, one of the best Pokemon games. Now they're remaking it with the newer stuff in there. All right, I would assume they're gonna put like.
Yeah, you run it off that nostalgia, and it's gonna just do fucking numbers.
But going on, unfortunately, Pokemon Snap is better than Bravely Default 2.
I want that quote on it. I want that quote on a T-shirt. Unfortunately.
Which also got me. I thought that was gonna do really good, but apparently.
I'm surprised it got that high, dude. Like, who's talking about this game? Like, also, who bought this game? I know no one who bought this game.
Bravely Default 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anybody either.
I actually initially thought when I picked these, because actually going on to the next one, I thought Guilty Gear Strive wasn't gonna do that well, and it did better than Bravely Default.
I'm hearing nothing but good things about Guilty Gear.
I think the thing with Guilty Gear, not that it doesn't deserve the 85, I think Guilty Gear's whole thing is that you're only going to give people who like fighting games, specifically anime fighters, that game to review, you know?
Yeah. You're not going to give it to just some regular-ass person that just presses buttons. And then the next one, which is coming out in a few days, actually. Or has it came out already?
No, it comes out literally a week from now, actually. So, on the 9th.
Yeah, that's about to sell like gangbusters. Like...
Well, with how much they fucking made me watch it during Nintendo Treehouse, they fucking better sell gangbusters.
That shit's about to be crazy.
Did you see like they announced the DLC plans or like free updates for the rest of the game?
Yeah.
That game looks really solid. I'm not interested in playing it remotely, but it looks like a really fucking solid RPG.
Yeah. Except I see problems with the Nintendo Switch one. And it's like, oh my god, there's a cutscenes that play, and it's like, holy shit.
Hold on, is
Like,
is this releasing day and date on PC too?
Yeah, they just didn't, because Nintendo's like, hey,
I thought it was like Rise where you had to wait a year. Is it like seriously like dropping on the same day?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Same day.
Oh.
They just don't say that though.
Oh no. Is it like on pre-order for Steam?
Yeah, I just got an email for it.
Bro, I'm legit. Now that I know that, I thought it was like Rise where it's coming later.
No.
Holy shit. This thing running at like 4K is gonna look great, even though it's really like low resolution assets just because of how stylized it is. How weird. Like, I did not know this at all. Like, they are, like, obviously because Nintendo has a big marketing push into this game, but yeah, looking at like the footage like on PC through like the Steam trailers, this looks clean as hell. Oh my god, yeah, dude, you are going to fucking destroy for this. Like, this is gonna, this is how I win, is what you should be saying for this one. God damn it. Yeah, I'm very jealous now. That's a great fucking get.
But and then there's other games I got on bid, but I don't know when exactly I'll get those games.
Saturday, right?
Yeah, so it always goes at the end of Saturdays when your bids go. I would have you say, because I'm probably not going to hear, but that'll get into our last section. You've counter bids though. Oh wait, is
I
that
counterpicked?
Oh no, you go.
Well, I counterpicked one that I know is never coming out, and that's Ghostwire Tokyo.
What? That is so coming out this. Oh, you know what? Oh, fuck! I just realized. Okay, you're right. That is not coming out this year because I feel like we would have at least finally seen fucking something for it. I also don't even fucking believe Deathloop is coming out in 2 months, but hey, that's just me. I just realized though.
They'll release it as is.
I just realized that you fucked me because since you counterpicked it, I can't remove it off my list.
Can't drop it.
Son of a.
Yep.
Oh, you got the. Even if like nothing happens from that, the fact that I can't drop it, that fucking hurts. But I need you to explain your second one because I don't know if you did last time. But why are you counterpicking SMT5?
He did last time. He
okay,
did
the last time the reason why this is
I
counterpicked SMT5. The reason why I counterpicked it is because I thought that Atlas was gonna wait until the anniversary to release Shin Megami Tensei 5. I thought this year we were just gonna get a trailer and shit. They're gonna show us the stuff, and then we were gonna get the whole demon, like every day you get a demon showcase, and then it would release on the anniversary for SMT5 or SMT the series, and we'd get a whole bunch of other shit. But then they went and said, hey, it's coming out this year.
That's really funny though. Both of your counter picks were not based on the quality of the game, but just on locking us in if they got delayed. That being said, you won't get screwed with Ghostwire. Now that you know it is like the
five, fuck me.
I was gonna say like what are you expecting it to get and how bad will it fuck you?
Probably a 90.
Okay.
To be quite honest, I honestly think that SMT5 is gonna get a 90 and above. Like it's gonna be that game.
Mm-hmm. God, I hope so. God, I fucking hope so.
There's just too much. There's too much about it that's promising, from the character designs, the music, and then we're seeing like how the mechanics work and stuff. I haven't really seen anything negative other than try hard people, but like everybody, even people who haven't played SMT, they're seeing, they're like, holy shit, I want to get into this, and it's like, yes, that's what we need to see, So I think it's gonna do a really good, and it's just gonna fuck me over. I wish I can take it off of here so I don't get hit.
I got
too.
I Jesus. You know what I should have done, by the way, when I was talking about Monster Hunter Rise 2, is I'm looking through quotes that we need to keep doing. Great.
God damn it.
Great Uncut Gem quote for Monster Hunter Rise 2. It's a fucking lock. Like, in terms of bets, that's a fucking lock. By the way, I didn't even realize this when we were talking about this. Uncut Gems, great movie about betting, as we were talking about our betting league.
Yeah.
This is very on brand.
Yeah.
Torrin, I'm excited for you because I think your list looks like someone fell asleep at the keyboard and isn't playing. But what's funny is, if you even have half of your games hit over 80, you're going to destroy us.
And some of these, I know some of these, for sure, bangers. For sure.
Okay, so go through your list, and because you literally have only had one game released with points, with Disco Elysium.
Shut up. Shut up.
But-
You ruined it. You spoiled it.
It did so well though. Like it did better than everything else.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
got 19 points for it. So I want you to kind of go through each of your games and give us like your quick little bet of like SMT, it's gonna get an 88. Back for Blood, gonna get a
Shut up.
69. Whatever.
Shut up. Okay, shut up. Okay. First game, SMT5, and this is an Uncut Gems quote. I made a crazy risk, a gamble, and it's about to pay off.
Is that the weekend
think-
doing coke with my girlfriend? No, that's Back for Blood.
That's Back for Blood.
I'm by the way very upset the Uncut Gems quote page only has 27 followers. Torrin, please continue. Tell us about Back for Blood.
Back for Blood, I feel like that's going to be at least a bare 75 at best.
Really? I don't know. Like, is the consensus
considering
lower
the
after
fact-
E3?
It's the fact of how they said they've got positive and negatives. Like, if one person owns the DLC in your party, you all own the DLC at that point.
Oh, that's dope.
But it's the fact that, like, they also said, oh, there is no single player. You can't play this offline. This is an online only.
Yo, are you for
Even
real?
if you
I
are
did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, like, announced, like, maybe like a couple days after E3.
Don't like that. That's a... Okay, I understand the trepidation now.
Disco Elysium, 89, best game. I fucking knew it was gonna do bangers because Disco Elysium won awards when it fucking came out, dude.
Yeah. Comedy.
I got Lego Star Wars: The Skyward Saga, but I got nothing on that. I'll be honest with you here. I don't even know if it's gonna release this year. I'm expecting maybe it's got to be at least an 85 or above because it's Lego Star Wars, dude.
If Lego Star Wars does not come out this year, can we blame it on Discovery buying Warner Brothers?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, 90 Day Fiancé. You ruined Lego Star Wars.
You ruined it. Thanks, 90 Day Fiancé. No More Heroes 3, which I have barely seen besides that first trailer like 2 years ago.
Did you know they did a Nintendo Treehouse segment for it at E3, but they just pre-recorded it and fucking told nobody?
I did not know that. I didn't. Holy shit.
I don't know.
That's terrible.
Like, guys, you know that this has a release date of next month, correct?
Yes, I do.
I'm not excited about it. Like, I love Suda. I love No More Heroes. I'm not getting SMT5 confident vibes from this, you know? I feel like we'll be lucky to get out of this with the 7.
How did you get that? What is this picture? It looks like dog shit.
Now that photo, that's going to be part of the cover photo for this podcast for sure.
I hate that. I hate you.
The face is perfect too. I'm going to just put like SMT5 as the Uncut Gems right there.
If No More Heroes gets 71, I'm honestly going to be surprised. I'll take the 1 point from it.
Duke, though, do you have any bets with No More Heroes, or like are you just kind of like not sure?
It's just I feel like it's just gonna be like every other No More Heroes game.
No More Heroes, yeah.
It's gonna be a cult classic, you know.
It's gonna sell terribly at launch and then destroy on Steam.
Yeah. I got Neo: The World Ends With You, and after hearing Spencer talk about it for about an hour, not being good, I'm kind of got like.
To be fair, everyone
Less
on the internet
optimistic vibe?
everyone on the internet says I'm wrong. I hated playing the demo. I thought the demo was absolutely terrible, and it was the first 2 chapters of the game. But everyone online who's a fan of No More Heroes, The World Ends With You, says it is everything they wanted in a sequel, which just is like the most beaten housewife syndrome I think I've ever fucking heard. Because like
That's fucked up, dude.
it's really bad. Like, not even bad in like it's a bad game. It's so budget. Like, when you're running around just moving the stick in a circle, he has no in-between frames. So when you're walking from forward, like if you're going from northeast to east,
Okay, I have the first game, but I've told you I can't play it because my Switch is still broken.
Well, it's okay. The Switch
First
version,
game's
the Switch
broken.
version, ironically, is the worst version of No More Heroes. So, God damn it,
And
the world ends with
if
you.
you fucking try playing that game with your Joy-Cons, you might as well fucking shove the Joy-Con up your own urethra. That shit blows ass.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Shut up. After that, I got Ruined King, a League of Legends story, which you haven't heard much of, but I'm still hoping for at least a Q3, Q4, 2021 release date. But hey, we got Diego and Gwen in League of Legends out of that, so fuck it. Oh, holy shit. Click on the extraction image and it still says quarantine on it. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine or Extraction, whatever you want to call it. Tom Clancy game, it's gonna sell well. I'm expecting maybe like, 75 to an 80.
I'll just say this.
You can't really go wrong.
I'll just say this. I bet it's going to review higher than Back 4 Blood because at least fucking Rainbow Six Extraction has offline single player.
Very true. After that, Halo Infinite, Holiday 2021. That multiplayer is gonna review well. I assume the story is gonna review at least okay.
No one's going to review them separately though. These are just going to everyone's going to review Halo Infinite as Halo Infinite the package.
Maybe, but because I know one's free and one's like just hey, it's Halo Infinite, the story.
The epic campaign.
Epic campaign. Skyward Sword HD, which I bought the day the fucking announcement came out.
You got the amiibo on pre-order lock?
Fuck off. I'm not buying that game anyways. I think it's Skyward Sword HD. People love Skyward Sword, and I mean maybe if you just make it less cancerous.
Did you see the trailer that went live today?
No, I did not.
Nintendo literally made a trailer just saying, "Hey, everyone, your complaints about this game? Yeah, we got rid of these." I don't know why they waited 2 weeks before release to announce that, but they were literally like, "Hey, Fi, is Fi or Fee? I think it's Fee."
Yeah.
So Fee literally never talks to you in the game unless it's a story cutscene. So she'll never talk to you unless you want to.
That's amazing, actually. That sounds pretty. That's when I was younger. That's all I heard about this was that hey, it's a good game, but this blue bitch is gonna annoy the fuck out of you.
It was only if your battery was dying, though.
No, she talked to you about everything. Like, Master, have you checked about the wayfinding crystals? I think we should be wafting
Master, have you checked the size of your dick yet? We go by girth around here.
Going based off my controller dying. Complain about a lot of shit. People are weird. They're like, Navi's annoying. It's like, really?
Skyward Sword, I think will do good. I don't think it'll do like 90 good. I think it'll be like mid 80s.
Yeah, I think it'll be about an 80 or so.
85. Speaking
of 80s, Deathloop. I think Deathloop is gonna review quite well if released not like a jank piece of shit. So.
Dude, they've delayed it so many times. That thing better be polished as hell. Like, remember, this thing has been delayed. It was supposed to be a PS5 launch game.
Yeah, you're right. It fucking was supposed to. You're right. I forgot about that. After that, I got DLC of the year. Sorry, expansion of the year. Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, which does count towards Fantasy Critic, because Spencer did not say no.
I mean, those expansions are so big. I would count those as games. Like they've got crazy budget. I will say
it's Final Fantasy XIV.
I was talking about this with Waffles recently. I was curious what you two think of this. What would it take for Endwalker to be considered a bad ending? Because it's the ending of the current storyline.
Yeah. I feel like it would be like you just don't add much. You don't add that much of the campaign if it's like less than 5 hours and you get like 2 dungeons in a trial or a raid and it's like that's it. I think that would be pretty upsetting. But if it's the way all the other ones are, where it's like, hey, you get like basically a brand new story, like 10-hour, 15-hour story with 7 dungeons.
I'm excited to finally finish Heavensward just to find out why people don't like Stormblood. I literally don't know why. I just know that everyone hates Stormblood.
I've started Stormblood. I've not gotten far into Stormblood, but I've been doing other stuff before. So I'd like delve into Stormblood. That one's probably gonna do like at least minimum of an 80, I think. Forza Horizon 5, which I shit you not, I stole from Spencer because he happened to mention.
I hope at the very least you stealing it will motivate you to playing it because, dude, like, it looks great. That game looks so fucking good.
I honestly want to buy a wheel and pedals for that game.
No, you don't want that. You're not gonna commit that hard to it. I need you to explain to me.
I might commit that hard.
I need you to explain to me why the fuck you think Dying Light 2 is gonna be great, and this is coming from someone who is excited to play Dying Light 2.
I loved Dying Light 1, and Dying Light 1 is a fantastic game. That game still gets DLC to this fucking day. That game came out like 6 years ago.
It's literally Techland's like claim to fame. Like that is their money. Their money maker.
Dead Rising? Fuck Dead Rising. Or not Dead Rising. Dead Island. Fuck me. Dying Light is such a good game. You can
fuck
only.
Dead Rising 2.
Yeah, fuck Dead Rising also. Dying Light 2 or Dying Light 1 is so good. You can only go up from there, right? I think it's gonna be fucking amazing. It looks good. Let's be real.
Yeah, the last time they showed it, they thankfully did. It's just they've been quiet for so long. I'm not sure. I know I would love the first one, and this is coming from someone who actually liked Dead Island 1 and Riptide. So like, I need to try Dying Light 1.
I liked 1. I didn't play Riptide.
I just thought that 1 would, because it's been ported and DLC supported for so long. I'm like, oh, they've got to do a PS5 version. And I mean, hey, they still might.
No.
You say no, but hey, who knows? You know what, actually, I'm surprised Dying Light 1 is not on Switch. I feel like that could be on Switch.
It might be, like, a little lesser, but maybe.
Yeah. Your next 3, I think, could not be any more different, and I bet the review scores will all be fucking all over the place.
Alright, I got Advance War 1-2 Reboot Camp, which, it's Advance Wars. The treehouse of it looked really good. I think like the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games, they're gonna run off of nostalgia, but this time they'll actually be good. Unlike Pokemon, sorry. But I mean that it's Advance Wars, dude. You haven't seen an Advance Wars in what, 10, 15 years?
I think this game would have to be really, really, really rough to not get anything higher than an 85.
Very true. It looked solid and clean at the Nintendo Treehouse.
From the makers of River City Girls, Way Forward.
Very true. After that, I have recently announced worldwide release Lost Judgment, the sequel to Judgment, which also I think reviewed pretty well. And it's
I'm gonna fact check you on that one. You keep going. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I don't think Judgment actually.
I don't know. I never saw reviews for Judgment. But I mean, it's what is it? RGG, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or RGA? RGG game. They're doing fucking fantastic.
So yeah, Judgment 1 is at a 83. So pretty good.
Did you see that skateboarding video they released for Judgment?
I did.
Dude, fucking, it's gonna be good.
Here I am doing everything I can.
Psychonauts. I like how. By the way, last game Psychonauts 2. But I like how every single game I've mentioned, I've said it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
I mean, I think your list is solid. Like literally, the only thing I can see getting pushed from your list is Lego Star Wars? League of Legends.
Deathloop?
No,
League of Legends,
Deathloop has to release. They cannot get pushed out of September. And yeah, that's about it. Like everything else is a lock. So really, like these games have just got to you've got to have at least 5 Cyberpunks in this for you to like not just totally sweep.
Honestly, Forza games always review. Fantastic.
I'm telling you this right now. Forza Horizon, watch it be the highest reviewed game this year. Forza Horizon 5 is just such a solid lock. It's like if Monster Hunter Rise and Uncut Gems Rotten Tomato score had a baby.
Oh, I also currently have 2 bids right now, and I think one of them is going to be mid-tier, and the other one's going to be like just enough to be all right. But I'll tell you that when I get them tomorrow.
If you get them.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
I'll tell you right now, there's no way I'm counterbidding anything. I still feel like there's one summer event. Sony's gonna do some fucking. Oh, you son of a bitch! You can tell me this right now, just because I trust you.
What? What's up?
Oh no, I don't even want to say it.
No. I promise. What's up? Yes, it is kind of British spirits. No.
Did either one of you? No, if I say it, then. See, I can't say it to ask, because then if you didn't, you'll raise your bet or bet on it to begin with. Oh man, I gotta make a bet. I gotta make a bet by the end of the night. I gotta make a bet by the end of the night. Recently announced.
Make your highest bet.
No, I'm not. I'm very conservative with my cash. I gotta say it. But no, I keep thinking.
Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hino Comic Chronicles.
That is an interesting choice. I actually don't think. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would commit to that, and that's coming from someone who is a Demon Slayer fan, or at least of the movie.
Yeah.
And of CyberConnect.
It's an anime fighting game. They're mid tier as fuck, to be real.
But it is also a single player, like open world ish fighting game RPG. So who knows?
Is it? Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's got mixtures of Storm and Kakarot kind of in one. It's very, very narrative heavy.
Tell me the game. What's the game you're thinking about?
I'm not gonna say it because it is gonna be such.
Tell me.
No.
What letter does it start with?
G.
I have two games
G.
on. I have two games on bid.
You said G?
G. My G.
E?
G.
G?
G.
G.
More like G. Torrin, thanks for locking me into Digimon Survive, a game I fucking hope comes out this year.
I hope it doesn't come in. That means if two games don't come out, that means you got fucked this year.
Sorry, Mary just wrote on a piece of paper.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Oh, I'll see if you can bet it. Not bet it. I'll see if you can guess it. What do you think it is?
The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh, he got me! Alright, he got me. But yeah,
Wait,
sorry, Mary literally wrote.
The game is not eligible.
Mary literally just wrote a little note on a piece of paper spelling Kakarot, a big question mark, like, what word did I just say? So, Mary, Kakarot is Goku from Dragon Ball Z's original name.
It's time to get it to war.
Goku was born on the planet Vegeta. Not the character, but he's the prince of that planet. So, Goku was born as Bardock's
Spencer, I'd like to say that the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is ineligible.
Only because of racism. But yeah, so Goku, his dad was Bardock, but Goku was named Kakarot. When Kakarot was born, planet Vegeta was about to be exploded by Frieza. Frieza is the son of King Cold. King Cold has a second son named Cooler. So, Frieza, Cooler, King Cold.
Do you know what's going on?
And Kakarot gets sent off the planet to destroy Earth. And unfortunately, when he arrives in his little pod, he's naked, butt naked. You can see little ballies and his little peenie. So he comes out. He's an absolute devil child. Also, he's got a tail for some reason. There's a whole reason for that. We're not getting into that. So, old man Gohan, not his son Gohan, but old man Gohan, raises him, and he's being a real douche kid. You want to just kick him, but he's a baby, so you can't. He's still got a little pee-pee hanging out the whole time. One day...
I'll kick a baby's ass.
Oh, by the way, Grandpa Gohan didn't know his name is Kakarot, so he named him Goku. That's why Goku is not called Kakarot, except unless they're Saiyans, because Saiyans know he's Kakarot for some reason.
Maybe dead naming him.
So, yeah, dead naming him. So, moral of the story... Goku is Kakarot. Kakarot was naked. Kakarot became Goku when Goku hit his head on a rock too hard. Got it? And all of this is staying in the podcast. None of that is getting edited out.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this was the longest 90-minute podcast I've ever had in my life. Oh, here we go. This is an actual Uncut Gems quote that summarizes Torrin's like long game strategy. Do you want to win by 1 point or do you want to fuck by 30 points? It's a great.
Holy shit! When all these games come out and they're above 80, holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Jesus Christ, this is actually going to be a nightmare to edit. Oh my God. Believe me, I feel like an asshole. Quote from Howard. Demaney, you are an asshole. Thank you, Uncut Gems. These are why you won. All right, that is our current situation, our current standing. Things are happening, cogs are moving. We have another half of a year left. I was going to have us kind of predict other things going out, but what's so crazy, I feel like this year we still have so many question marks, you know? Like, we have a lot of Q3 and Q4s, but I don't think it's really fair for us to really look at stuff, because honestly, unless you're October, nice burp, you've just got so many little weird questions and stuff with it. So,
fuck you.
So yeah, we're not going to speculate. We're gonna wrap up the show finally, because I think I told my wife like an hour ago I was almost done. So that was a bold-faced lie. So
Time to get some spaghetti, son.
exactly. So
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling nervously optimistic about my odds. I don't know if I'm gonna win, but I sure hope I do. Duke, where are you standing? Because you've got the most possible potential. Because you've got a lot of cash, you've got a lot of free spaces open.
I think I'm gonna win, and if I don't, I'm probably gonna be like a couple of points off from Torrin.
Mm-hmm. Now, Torrin, what about you? Where are you thinking you're at?
I think my games are cash money, baby. I'm. If I don't come in second, I'm gonna go to Spencer's house and I'm gonna castrate him.
I was ready for if I don't come in second, I'm gonna come.
No, I'm castrating Spencer if I don't come in at least second. If I come in last place, that's it. You know, it's over for you fuckers.
Torrin, if you get in last place, I'm making you change your dating profile to I exclusively conversate with women through Uncut Gem quotes.
Wait. No. If Torrin loses, he has to talk to someone.
Damn.
You have to talk to them for at least a week.
Oh, at least a week? I can do at least a week.
And it can't just be no, hey, what's up? No, you gotta have a conversation.
I don't know. I feel like mine. I feel like mine is.
Learn about them.
I feel like mine's a little bit more like socially.
No, it could be seen like an asshole.
No, you're not an asshole if you exclusively talk in Uncut Gem quotes. That means you're a cinema fan. You love good movies.
I don't think women like that.
Oh, here's our actual. Because I don't know if we made a official like, oh, if you lose, here's the thing. I think we had one for winning. I'm calling it right now. Whoever gets in last place has to film a scene that the winners choose from Uncut Gems. You have to recreate a scene from Uncut Gems that the winners pick. Any scene of their choice. Deal?
Wait, what was the losing?
No, that is losing. If you lose, you have to recreate the scene and film it.
What was the winning that we decided on?
The winning, I think, was like... Actually, we may not have decided the winning yet. We'll have to see. But, I mean, hey, that's a pretty good prize alone, getting to pick that for the loser. But, everyone listening, if you have any suggestions for what's a good prize to win, we still have another 6 months to stew on this.
You know what? If I win, you gotta buy me every single game.
Oh, I'm not playing. I'm not playing a single game this year until I win, and you buy me all of them. I'll just gift you. I'll just gift you Honey Pop 2 and forget the rest.
He just finished that today.
Yeah, I just beat that today.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. You're welcome. That was mine. I gifted it to you. I don't know if you noticed on the receipt. All right, folks.
But yeah, I like the losing one. I could do that.
I'm just saying, because the thing that makes it great is, like, if you picked any scene, that wouldn't be fun. Having the winner pick, like, the most horrible scene to recreate is the best part.
That means one of us has got to rewatch Uncut Gems and then and then tell us the scene, and then we just gotta rewatch it and then fucking figure out that scene.
That means all of us have to, because then we have to see like how did they act.
All right, so when we finish with the rebuild series, we're gonna fucking do Uncut Gems.
Oh my god! All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for putting up with this for so long. If you would like to find more of my lovely admins and co-hosts, Duke, where can people stalk you and find you online?
You can stalk me on Duke Black. Hold on. You can stalk me at Duke Black _. Same thing with my Twitch. Come out there. I'll be playing SMT, some Metroid. I be speedrunning Resident Evil 2 remake. Got a new record yesterday, 240.
Nice.
Are you really speedrunning that?
Yeah.
The only thing Torrin speedruns from is commitment and playing Resident Evil games.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Torrin? What are you doing?
You can find me on the Crystal Data Center, Corel server, Alt Catan, ALTKATAN. I'm a black mage. I won't interact with you. I'll just add you, and that'll be the end of it.
the truest peak of friendship. I won't actually talk to you. I'm just gonna add you.
Unless you initiate conversation. Unless I think you're really cool.
Unless you exclusively play Final Fantasy XIV as RPing Mr. New Vegas from Fallout New Vegas.
Wait, does that mean you think I'm cool?
Dang. High praise.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Oh my god, Torrin likes me. Holy shit.
I knew there was love in the air when we started this one. So yeah, if you would like, here's the hopefully summarized version. So yes, if you'd like to follow the podcast, you can follow me on Twitter at Torchwood4SP. I'm more active on the SMTN Twitter, which is at SMT Network. You can check out my streams at twitch.tv/Torchwood4SP. Find us on YouTube by searching Spencer Presley. Shin Megami Tensei Network. Check out the links below. We've got the Discord, Facebook group. Find the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all those fun places. And once again, big thanks to the Patreon and all of the awesome supporters who help make that happen at Patreon, patreon.com/SMTN. Hope everyone has, or I guess at this point, by the time everyone hears this, Patreon people will hear this before 4th of July. Oh, also, if you want to hear episodes early, Patreon. I guess that would probably be a good thing to sell people on.
You're fucking
But yeah, so, early people, enjoy your 4th of July. Late people, I hope you didn't blow up a house. Good job. And...
Nene, before you get a whooping.
Yeah, that too. Alright, everybody, we're saying goodbye for real. God knows how much I had to edit this. So we'll be saying goodbye the only way true betting fans can, by saying our favorite quote, and by favorite we mean whatever we could find by Google, from the seminal film Uncut Gems. So, everyone, when you're ready, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, quote. So I'm sure this will be a disaster, but goodbye. 3, 2, 1. What's up with that? I thought we were the chosen people.
Crazy ass
What
Jew.
is that? I thought we were the chosen people.
Why were all of our quotes the Jew quote?